Thank you.
Gentleman yields. I now recognize another gentleman from Mississippi, Mr. Ezell, for his questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you all for being here today and sharing with us this very important topic that we are discussing. I want to begin today by saying how important it is that we stand with Israel during the recent attacks, and we must hold Hamas and their supporters, such as Iran, accountable for these terrible actions. We know that Iran supports terrorists around the world, organizations, they finance terrorism. I find it very concerning that recent reports suggest a former Biden administration official, Robert Malley, used the State Department to funnel billions of dollars to Iran. And as we've heard today, they don't mean to do good things to America or Israel. This continues to threaten all of our allies around the world. And each day we see with all the things that are going on, it's getting closer and closer to the U.S. Mr. Sales, while there are many questions that we must answer involving Robert Malley, still, do you believe the actions by the Biden administration have emboldened Iran and encouraged the terrorists around the attack on Israel?
Well, Congressman, I think the best way to answer that is to look at Iran's behavior. And what we have seen from Iran over the past several years has been a dramatic increase in its confrontation of the United States and of our allies in the region. Just within the past 7 days or more, we've seen, I think, 13 separate attacks on American soldiers in the Middle East by Iran-backed proxies in places like Syria, in places like Iraq, even off the coast of Yemen. I think the Iranian regime is like a spoiled child. It will act out until a parent steps in and puts them in the naughty corner. And what we need to see from the administration is the application of pressure to the regime to impose costs on them to reestablish deterrence.
Thank you very much. Ms. Alinejad, excuse me for my southern voice here, but I want you to tell us a little bit today about your experience because of the Biden administration and what you went through in your life and your family. I would like for you to give us some details today about how that made you feel and about how they responded to helping you during this crisis.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, actually sharing my experience with President Biden. To be honest, very heartbroken, very disappointed, because I believe that Democrats are all about equality, feminism, women's rights. And I'm being the target of the Islamic Republic just because of giving voice to voiceless women, to brave leaders within the country saying, we want to end gender apartheid regime. Mm-hmm. I wanted to meet with President Biden because when I came in America, I actually watched a video clip of him, very vocal and loud, saying that let's ban South Africa because of apartheid. And I was like, okay, he is the man. He can understand that why we, the women of Iran, are fighting against gender apartheid. But unfortunately, when the FBI stopped the kidnapping plot, I just received a letter from President Biden calling me a hero, thanking me, and I was like, hey, I'm here. I'm in America. I want to meet you. Don't do anything when I got killed. So no answer. Then the FBI arrested a man with loaded gun in front of my house. So I believe that if Biden administration was tough on terror, if they were condemning and taking actions, they wouldn't have come after me on U.S. soil. Like, there was a big, gigantic guy in front of my house. He didn't even need to carry a gun, honestly. He could have just killed me easily. So still, I'm very surprised that the vice president, a woman, this is a dream for Iranian women. We receive award from the West, but we don't see actions. We don't see that concrete action. They're always saying that we stand with the people of Iran. And I always say that I want you to sit down with us and make decision about how to end this gender apartheid regime. Because an Iran without barbaric regime would benefit the US, would benefit the democratic countries. Believe me, we, the women, are better allies for the US government compared to these barbaric mullahs. So I want the Biden administration, first, to meet with people like us. Don't be scared. And second, support the women inside Iran who say no to Islamic Republic. Instead of negotiating with these killers, recognize the civil society and help us, not our killers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.